My wife grew up going to Myrtle Beach. Didn't you, honey? I went to the beaches in North Carolina. I went to a beach, a very small beach called Topsail that had one putt-putt course. Myrtle Beach has about 20 or 25. If I was a kid, I would have lost my mind at Myrtle Beach playing all that putt-putt. To this day, I still love playing putt-putt, and I'm years old. Okay, so I'm going to take your lens out, dry it. Look at that. My paper towel's not doing too good, so let me get you another paper towel. For another $25, I will be including this rare piece of art that can be used with your glasses. Okay, back to the safety bevel. Back to using my thumbnail to scrape away the edges. Back to I tell you, in my wife's honor, since I was just talking about her, she hates it when I throw this on the floor. So I'm going to actually dispose of this in the trash can. Follow me. I'm going to wipe this into my hand. Now follow me as I walk very far to the trash can and throw this away. You can see how much time that takes. You can see why I wouldn't normally be willing to do that. But honey, because I love you, I'm going to do it this one time. Okay, so again, to put the lens in, I tuck it in at the... If you noticed before, I had the frame this way working on this side. I do not like to reach over, so I'm going to turn this around this way. Tuck the lens at the outside corner, then using my thumbs, with that block in the way, I press down. I'm going to take this block off, pull the sticky side up, and hopefully you can tell this side is slightly higher than that one. If I use my graph and hold it up, you can see that this one line, you can't see anything. That red dot is below that line and above that one. So let me put this in. Again, the axis wheel, I will spin to 90. Put that in there, and I'm going to put it over the red dot, which I manually decentered. So actually, there we go, perfect, dead on, dead on. I'm actually getting minus 175 there. That's just before the 2. I'm going to spin that, and I'm actually going to get minus 3 1/4. Do you see that? 3, 3 1/4, 354. That is your combined powers when you add minus 175 and minus 150. I'm going to use my optical grade acetone to clean the dots off. And the other thing I want to do before shipping to you is make sure your frame is in standard alignment. That's why I put it on the counter. Make sure it's in a 3-point stance, 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame is 3. I put it there. There is no wobble. I flip it over. I do the same thing. Make sure that each temple overlaps perfectly. That is a beautiful wood finish. Do you see that? Do you see that, guys? Okay, that is the same amount of tension. And again, needless to say, 99% of all optical shops do a free adjustment. So when you receive this, if you need it, oh, you know what? I didn't check the 61 millimeters. Let me put this back in. I don't have to spin the axis wheel. Get that lined up perfectly. Let me put that red dot a little bit higher, a little bit darker, I should say. And now when I hold this up to the light, I'm going to put the zero end of it on your right lens. And as I move that over, hopefully you can see that that is 61 millimeters to where the red dot is. That way your pupillary distance is perfect. Now I am going to clean the red dots off of that I tried to do before. Use my cleaning cloth in my pocket to dry your lenses off. And I will actually be including instructions on how to care for your cleaning cloth in your case, so it will last you for years. You can see how your lenses are now clear. I'm going to put them in my little transitions box, which has a strong ultraviolet light in there, and turn the light on. Now, as you will see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for your lenses to go from clear to dark. It takes a little bit longer to come back inside. It takes about 45 seconds to a minute 15. They will also get dark on day 1, but give them 2 weeks. All transition lenses will continue to darken for the first 2 weeks till they get to their final setting, and then they'll work perfectly for years. The only time they will not work perfectly is when you're behind the windshield in a traditional car. Your windshield absorbs all the ultraviolet rays, which would cause your lenses to turn dark. Now, if you have a convertible or a motorcycle, they will darken, just not in a traditional car. They also work better in cooler temperatures, meaning that once it gets into the 90s and the upper 90s near 100, they just don't get as dark as it does when it's 90 and below. Because when it's around 100 degrees and above, which it does get in Arizona, your lenses are miserable, you're miserable. Nobody wants to work perfectly in that kind of heat. So I've taken these out. You can see how your lenses are now darker. Don't worry, they're going to continue to darken until they get very, very dark in the next couple weeks. That is it. Gavin, I hope you enjoyed watching your glasses being made. If anyone else has any questions, email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or just click the Contact Me button on the website. Gavin, I hope you enjoyed watching your glasses being made. Everyone else, I hope you got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.